Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Poland Township regular 5/14/25 meeting. Camille, could you lead us in the pledge, please?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please, Mr. Covell.
Mr. O'Gara,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet,
Here.
Mr. Kemper.
Here.
Mr. Canner.
Yes, I'm here.
Here.
Thanks.
Public comment. Anybody would like to approach the microphone? Just name, address.
Like I said, a couple of updates, or you want me to do that later, Jim?
Just write them down. Superintendent speaking on Township. Go ahead, you're good.
Couple of really quick updates. I wanted to take an opportunity to thank the chief and the township. We have a really big walkathon in the village. About 800 kids are going to be walking throughout the village, the forest, throughout the streets and everything. The village doesn't have enough, and we requested, I know there's going to be several police down there. So we're raising money to try to improve the seminary auditorium. It's really looking bad, so everybody's chipping in to help out. So I wanted to thank them. Also, just a update that graduation's on May 31st this year, so it's almost over. Tuesday the 3rd, I want to thank the Township Park. I think the sixth graders will be there for their picnic all day. I appreciate that. Also want to thank you for your pickleball courts. I think they're almost done or close to being done because the kids are using our tennis courts to rearrange, and we're in the middle of tournaments and stuff. So that was great to be able to let them know that. Also, last board meeting, our board approved the SRO contract 5-0. So we're really happy about that. 2 SROs, looking forward to that. Thank Chief again and all the police that were involved in a fantastic year. Knock on wood, but everything that we needed, it was absolutely amazing. The 2 folks you got there are doing a great job. We appreciate everything the township does. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else like to speak? All right. Looking for a motion to approve minutes. So I'll make that motion to approve the meeting minutes for 9/25.
Second.
Motion and a second, roll call, Mr. O'Gara,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet,
Yes.
Mr. Kemper.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to authorize payments for all outstanding bills for the township.
Second.
Motion and a second, roll call, Mr. O'Gara,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet,
Yes.
Mr. Kemper.
Yes.
Ms. Magazine, I can read these in if that's okay. We have to publicly read these, correct? The nuisance.
Really, okay.
I mean,
Do you have to say everyone?
We do.
I remember that 'cause
Okay.
I try to
Yes.
just give the
Do-
old nuisance.
Can you just give the parcel?
I think people, if they hear the street, they'll know. It's more recognizable than.
Oh, you can do this out? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'd like to make a motion for Township Resolution 2515, which is our nuisance resolution, which would include these properties: 4438 Errol, 5604 Beechwood, 5774 Beechwood, 2854 Center Road, GL 15, 2840 Denver, 3905 Dobbins, 2457 Edgewater, 7057 Indian Trail, 7624 Lucas, 6085 Newcastle Road, 7670 North Lima, 2273 Renwick, 2316 Renwick, 2306 Renwick, 2360 Hamilton, 2270 Venlo, and 2272 Venlo. So we have a motion for resolution 2515.
Second.
Roll call, Mr. O'Gara,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet,
Yes.
Mr. Kemper.
Yes.
Ms. Best is not here,
She's down here though, so
so we just would give her
yeah,
that.
she
Okay.
told me she couldn't come.
Okay.
tonight, but she's
And
down here.
usually we just get
Yeah.
out. Public hearing, no public hearing, new business, financial report, Mr. Canner.
All right. See, since I haven't been here for a while, we got our year-to-date revenue at 2,438,453, and we have expenditures of $2,360,55.77. We're done collecting the real estate taxes. The audit's underway. We went to positive pay, just so you know, which we have to upload all the checks so they can all clear. It's a fraud prevention. It's a real pain in the butt, but we're doing it. And what else did I want to say? I just want to bring up about those, that bill that's in there for real estate taxes. If those get, if that gets voted in, we're gonna have to think of some creative ways to get some money.
Somebody will.
Yeah, some charges for services or something, because that's a lot that funds us. That's about $1 million, $1.2 million of our revenue. So
But that would be every township, every village.
every township,
Everything.
village, city,
School, everything.
county, yeah, yep.
And the most common is probably just an income tax, correct?
But townships
the
can't do
places.
an income tax.
I mean, for the schools.
The schools
Yeah.
can do it, but the schools get foundations, so they're
Yep.
a little bit better than we will be, but we'll have to find some ways.
Somebody down the road will, unless administration changes or changes their mind, whatever
Yeah.
they decide. Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Cantor?
No.
Alrighty, these are just usually traditional yearly donations. Make a motion to approve the donation to American Legion Lowville Post 247 for $250.
Second.
Motion is second. Roll call, Mr. Ongaro.
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet.
Yes.
Mr. Campers.
Yes.
Approve the donation to American Legion Mahoning Valley Squadron 15 for $250.
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Ongaro.
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet.
Yes.
Mr. Campers.
Yes.
Is this traditionally what we do, 15?
15,
Okay.
yes.
All right, make a motion to approve donation to Celebrate Poland in the amount of 1,500.
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Ongaro.
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet.
Abstain. I am active on that committee. I help this year from the sidelines, but I'm just going to abstain.
Mr. Campers.
Yes.
And I think these are just, I don't know, PJ, we're just gonna do this publicly so that at least I think it's a quarter more, but there's maybe a couple part-timers who just want to get everybody up to $13 an hour. So we'll make a motion to approve all part-timers rate of $13 an hour, not to exceed 30 hours a week.
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Ongaro.
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet.
Yes.
Mr. Campers.
Yes.
Assuming it's not MS, so it's a
No,
vote.
I was going to make the motion to approve the selection of Folk Engineering for the 2026 OPWC grant pre-application process.
Second.
We have a motion and a
Motion
second.
is second. Roll call, Mrs. Wallet.
Yes.
Mr. Campers.
Yes.
Mr. Ongaro.
Yes. There we go. This is just an announcement that I saw the street sweepers around, but they will be in the village and township beginning on May. Well, yeah, it's past May 1st, so I guess I saw them. I wasn't seeing things. So people, if you see the street sweeper, it will be coming around. The cell tower installation, just to refresh it, Verizon would like to put a cell tower here or on our property close to here. Verizon, I think, needs, the schools use it. I know my daughter complains about their service. So I guess the question to the board is, it's 150 feet. Do we want it here? Do we want it somewhere else on our property, or do we not want it here?
Personally, I wouldn't mind the revenue. I think it's good, any revenue that we get. It's about, what they say, 9,000 a year and then
$750 a month?
750 a month. Okay. And that, in addition to the 9,000, correct?
9,000 a year, it says, and it would be $750 a month. And then it stated that it would be a 50-year lease. I didn't think there was any down, like,
But again, I don't want to interrupt. I mean, it is a huge tower and I don't want it, I wouldn't like it in my backyard. Let's put it that way. So I'm kind of, wherever it goes,
Wait, hey Patty, just to clarify, it's $750 a month, period, right?
yes, that's what I had.
So it's not 9,000 plus that.
No, that would be.
No, the
times
9,000 would be over a year. That was.
Yes,
be
so
what you
that's
paid.
the total.
Times 12.
It just went, so I drove around, and so I drove back in this neighborhood. If you ever been back here, there's one suite in the back, like, I guess a cul-de-sac. There's one home directly behind us that it's right there. But they do have pine trees behind them. They would probably see it, but they'd probably have to be on their second floor. Other than that, I think it'd be pretty, I can't see the 60-foot tower from back there. So there's one home, again, they have pine trees, and I don't know, then we thought about maybe the township recycling center, but you said that's the elevations too.
Well, he didn't have that. I mean, he thought about that, but I think it's a little low where he'd have to put it in the back, because you have to put a pretty good sized pad. You don't have a wide tower, but you have a wide pad.
And
at
do we have
the
a
base.
place back here for a pad?
Yes, we measured all that and we could see, but it would be right behind our zoning office, that area there.
How
Chief,
tall is it?
Chief, we did
150.
talk,
It's like
right?
a-
We could get
And
that
it's-
other building.
This one right there is only this wide. This one
Yes.
really wide.
Okay, just for the record, we do have one there that has really never been used. It's not obviously as big as that, but I know there was some talk, we talked that potentially somebody could take it down for us and use it and give us money for it.
We could attempt to sell it.
Yeah. Or basically, there's one there, this one will be high. I mean, it's probably gonna go somewhere, so, I'm fine with it. I mean, I'm not jumping and doing cartwheels, but when people can't use their cell phones and security systems, I would be okay.
Okay, excuse me. So he said, it's 155 feet at the top with the Verizon antennas at 150 feet. And they would fence in a 50 by 50 area for the compound. At least 60 by 60 just to give us 5 feet on each side of the compound. So that gives you better
So it
understanding.
doesn't take any of the parking lot.
No, you wouldn't be able to put it out there. This is the type of pole I think he's looking at.
Yeah.
Do they have to access it a lot, do you know? I know
Not
in
very
Atlanta
often.
that They don't have to come to it and
No,
make
there's another
maintenance on it or nothing like that.
I mean, when they need to, they usually let us know. They come in and they'll add, whatever they do add to make it, service more area, more powerful, or and the phones change or whatever. But, they always let us know when they're coming. They always check with it, see if they need a permit or anything, which they don't, but we document it.
Chief, could you see if that's relevant? Somebody, obviously somebody needs to take it down.
Yeah.
Because it's not in use. And if we can get some money for it, I guess that's a victory. But you guys,
Along with the janky tree back there too.
all right.
Needs to go too.
So with that being said, we'll have the chief take down, or not him personally, but we'll look into taking down the tower that's really never been used. And I'll make a motion to approve, the use of the township property, or is the company actually called Verizon? Or would it be?
I have SmartLink,
Okay,
but he has a
They're
couple different things. Vertical Bridge would pay the township,
okay. Well, the vertical bridge slash.
because they all lease these out.
Yep.
Another thing is they have to notify the property owners around us, that not us, but they do, the cell tower company. So I just wanted you to know that was a requirement.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to approve it.
Second,
Roll call, Mr. Impero,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallace,
yes.
Mr. Kempers.
Yes.
And then Mr. Covell, so obviously just a brief summary here, somebody maybe must approach you and Mr. Kempers about a light in a person's yard, and obviously we can't just pick and choose whose yard we can go on, but Moore Road is actually our road or the landfills, is that accurate?
Yeah, there's 3 properties on that Moore Road.
Okay. And the road, but is ours, correct?
Yeah, it's a township.
Yep.
road.
And these people lived on Miller, which is actually a county road. So I guess we were exploring with getting all these cameras and everything. It is dark up at the top. Can we just add like a couple lights? And what was the final verdict as far as the cost? I know they needed some transformers and things like that.
The 2 lights, just
Okay.
at Cowden and Miller on the
Okay.
corner. On the corners for $9,300.
And that would be one cost, and then obviously our vault or whatever.
It's like $9.50 a month for the
Okay.
electric.
And that
$9
was,
Per
and
light.
50 cents.
$9.
okay.
It'd be like, and then if we wanted to do the 4 additional lights
Okay.
going from the park all the way up to Miller Road, that's $16,000. Because they have to add a transformer and 4 lights.
And that would get all Moore Road lit
Yes,
from top to bottom.
top to bottom, from Cowden up to Miller.
I mean, for $7,000. I mean, just my opinion is to do
Or
it all.
is that combined at 20?
It'd be what?
9 plus 16, so you got,
Yeah,
Or 9?
25,000.
It would be 16 additional?
yeah, that's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
it'd be 16,000
25,
additional.
25 grand.
Okay, that changes things, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So 17 is to just add those 4 in the middle, and 9 is to add the ones on the end.
correct.
Why don't we start small
Yeah,
and see, you know,
see how the cameras look.
Chief, what do you think?
It is very dark at night at, well, County Road especially. There is no lights on County Road at all. It is very dark. Then whenever you make the right into the park, that corner lot, again, very dark. I think that is, a really important place to have a light in right there, especially with the cameras up and the license plate readers, that are gonna be on both, Moore Road at Cowden and Miller. I think it's important to get those two lights at both ends, yes.
Thank you.
You good with that, Mr. Kemper?
Yes.
Just getting the corners, Mr.
Yep.
Wallet?
Yeah.
All right, then I guess we'll make a motion to go with Plan A, which is getting just a light at each corner.
One quick question. So you would think, that's $18 per month. That's all that would be, the continuing cost.
Yes, that's what he said. It was, check back to my email real quick just to make sure and confirm, but,
Well, the good thing is it addresses our complaint and it helps with our safety. So pretty much a no-brainer.
he says it's approximately $9.85 a month per light.
Yeah.
$200.
We have a second.
second,
Motion and a second. Roll call, Mr. Ongaro,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet,
yes.
and Mr. Kemper.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Covell, the Community American 250.
Yeah, it's just a quick update. Mr. Fulicki attended that, and they have various community events that they were gonna have, and let me just rotate this for us. And so this was a meeting, when was it held? In the 28th? You went to the 28th? And the only thing that truly impacts us is in August of 26. They want to be involved with the possibility to be involved with the community picnic at the Township Park.
Okay.
And this is a list of all the other activities, monthly activities that they plan for 2026. This is all just preliminary. So,
And this is spearheaded by the Historical Society, correct?
yes,
Yeah, they do a
Lori-
fantastic job.
Lori
Lori
Fox, the
okay.
president is also the chairperson of this 2026 celebration. I just thought you'd want it.
Thank you.
And then just with upcoming negotiations going on, I know we've had, they've been working on updating the personnel policy and the procedural manual. And obviously, it's kind of a good time to bring that to the table because obviously the unions are going to have to look at it. And I think everybody's had a chance to kind of look over it. So maybe just take our time because I'm going to call the union reps and probably start negotiating in June. And then if there's some things you see or don't see, and then
There are, I have a list, and I shared a list of things that are already in the collective bargaining unit that doesn't need to be in our personnel policy because, and it clearly states in this policy that collective bargaining units supersede any of these policies. So, we can look through, get feedback, and, we can remove, we can add, we can do whatever we want. But, so, would we want to go ahead and forward it to the unions yet, or do we still want to go over it as a,
I would just say, let's look over it one more time, just the three of us. If you see something that looks a little goofy,
You need him to resend it at all?
probably,
Yeah,
maybe just tomorrow, just,
yeah,
and then
sure,
I'll call Teamsters and the FOP and everybody. We'll just get it over and
See what they say.
start this thing rolling in
Yeah.
June.
Yeah, because if we, every time we meet with the attorneys, that's,
Yep.
you know, they charge,
Somebody-
so,
Yep,
I mean, we might as well just do it the way we want to do it,
we'll just say do it.
yeah, and move forward, so. Okay.
Okay, anything else there?
No, sounds good.
Mr. Flicky,
He's new. He's new, and I think he is.
For this month's report, the security building at the park, we have two estimates there from
Yes, sir.
the electric contractors. We have one from Vasco Electric, and you said that they would honor the same price, I
Yes,
guess. And
yes,
That's the only question I have with Vasco is, would they put a utility pole in? Was that part of that?
I don't recall seeing that as I don't recall that.
I'm
being
good
part
with
of that.
Vasco, because they're almost, what, $1,800 cheaper, less than the standard electric bid. If we're gonna get the poles, utility poles are usually about $850. So if that, he's including that with the price, then I'm good with,
We can,
the move on with Vasco.
okay, we can look at the bids and I have them here.
Oh, you do? Okay, all right.
here's a question, though, Ken, like, did they bid and then they kind of like
Well,
back and
they're
bid and then
estimates.
like we told them something and then they bid again, or is it just like?
No, it's just estimate.
Okay.
We call for estimates.
Okay.
That's all. They're not official bids.
All right, got it.
So, I mean, we'd like to move forward, because we can't do anything else with the building until we get the electricity in place. We can't insulate the building or put walls in yet till that happens, so.
All right, so
We'll
wait,
take a look
before
at
we
it.
move forward, let's just look and see if it's apples to apples, and if you're happy with what you're getting. And Chief, did you have anything to do with this, or?
Yeah, so I called up Vasco and had them come out and give us a quote. Vasco's quote, because they have to bring electric to the building, that's where the price is, so, yeah, they're gonna bring a pole in.
Okay,
So, Mr. Vasberry, who lives in the township, he actually wanted to do this, for, low cost to the township, but then when he went out there and saw that he couldn't just run a wire from a nearby, telephone wire, and that we had to bring the electric across the road to the actual shed, that's where the 4,000 comes, because he has to get with, Ohio Edison, and a lot of that's what he has to pay Ohio Edison to get to the electric, to the actual shed. We also had, Tactical Protections had Gentiles go out. I don't know the exact company's name, but I think we met him to do the poles on 170 one morning. And he said the same thing. He would probably be right around the same price range just to get the electric, to the actual shed, because it's, they have to put a meter on it. They have to bring in a pole. There's different things that they have to do there. So, Vasco, it doesn't have anything about the heating, because I wasn't really worried about that, because we're gonna be getting in the 90-degree weather right now. I'm more worried about cooling it right now than I am heating it. I know Ken, when he contacted Stanton's, he was, wanted to make sure that he was covered, throughout the winter time as well. So that's why his includes heating. His is a little bit more specific, but I've talked to Mr. Vasberry again, who his dad owns that company, and he would come in and put the lighting in, put the electric sockets in, put the, pretty much everything that's there other than the heat. So.
I contacted him since we talked, and he got back to me, and he said he would put the baseboard heating, and he included it in an updated estimate, and no change in price.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, like I said, his whole goal was to come and do it next to nothing for us. I know down at the range in Camel, he's done free work putting in electric and all the Connex boxes down there. He's really great to work with. But as soon as he saw he had to get it over top of that road, he said, this is what it's gonna cost them. So,
okay, so you're good with Vasco.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so then that's not to exceed that $4,000, is that what that is total?
That's what he has on the.
Okay, well then, Are you guys okay with that?
Yep.
So we'll make a motion to approve Vasco Electric for the electric at the park for our security cameras not to exceed $4,000.
Second,
Roll call, Mr. Ongaro,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach,
yes.
Mr. Campers.
Yes.
Here you go, Mr. Flicky.
All right, very good, excellent.
Got you workers and electric.
Yeah, I know, we're humming now. We've ordered we've received the 2 grills and we've received the porch swing here just last week. We're having a couple of our board members are gonna go out and see whether we'd like to place those grills in that swing for the pavilion. Pickleball courts, we've unfortunately with spring and all the rain and all the nice warm weather, we have grass and weeds grown up through the fence line along the pickleball court, so we're going back, digging out along the footer along the fence line there and backfilling with gravel so that we won't have any weeds onto the court there. And mentioning the pickleball court, I did contact Shoreline yesterday. They're looking at what their schedule is within the next week or 2 to see if they can turn around and maybe get that court painted. Right now, the weather is becoming a problem. Every couple days we get rain and they can't do anything for at least 2 or 3 days after it heats up. So we had a concern about ticks on the cross-country course there. We did contact Mahoning County. They do 3 times in the summer spray for mosquitoes. It does help with the ticks, but they stay along our roadways on Moore Road and County Road as they spray along the roadways there. They really don't get back onto the cross-country course. So 2 options that we would have is one, to spray the course, have someone come in, a private contractor, and spray the course for ticks and mosquitoes. Or we could expand by mowing either side of the course. We would need the assistance of the road department with their brush hog. And we could extend out 6 feet on either side. That would help eliminate ticks. We only have a 12-foot, 10-foot, 12-foot for the cross-country course. That would extend it up maybe about 24 feet. So that should help with the reduction of ticks along the course there. We are also requesting to hire the 3 employees that have put applications in for this summer. If we could do that, 2 of them would like to start tomorrow. They're out of college right now and they're at home, so they would like to start immediately if they could. So
That would be who? Snyder, Mimo, and
Greco.
Greco?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, before you make any motions, don't you have 2 out there already? Only reason
we
I'm
only
asking
have-
is
we
because we
only
get to
have one.
watch the,
We only have 1.
The one left.
Yeah.
all right, because we're running very tight on this stuff, so I mean, you guys
It's
decide.
not gonna be more than they've had. Yeah, the one left.
What's that?
Okay.
You'll have 4.
Yeah, the
Four total.
4 is usual, no more.
Don't we have, how many do we have in the road department? 2.
4, don't we? I think.
6.
So, I mean, just putting it out there, you know, if you guys want to hire all of them, I would.
All righty, well, we'll see if it passes. I'll make the motion, though. I'll make the motion to approve Ryan Snyder as part-time employee for $13 an hour, not to exceed 30 hours a week.
Second,
Roll call, Mr. Ongaro,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach,
Yes.
and Mr. Campers.
Yes.
I would like to make a motion to approve JD Mimo as a part-time seasonal employee at a rate of $13, not to exceed 30 hours per week.
second,
Roll call, Mr. Ongaro,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach,
yes.
and Mr. Campers.
Yes.
And finally, make a motion to approve Paul Greco as a part-time seasonal employee at a rate of $13 an hour, not to exceed 30 hours a week. All of them are effective May 15th.
Second,
Mr. Ongaro,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach,
yes.
and Mr. Campers.
Yes.
And Tommy,
They don't
and-
miss that.
yeah, Mr. Flicky, just watch their hours. You know, if you don't need them,
All right,
use them as needed.
right,
Help us out a little bit.
all right.
They got to stay home and because there's a lot of ticks or
Clean the
something.
roads.
There's a lot of ticks. All right, thank you.
I have one question. Well, it's a couple actually. So I have a couple questions, but first preface it by saying thank you for all your time and effort. Like, this is Mr. Flicky, volunteers all his time out at the park for years and years, saves us tremendous amount of money, and he's forward thinking, and it's probably one of the best kept secrets in Poland Township. And thanks to your son, his son put up these signs. He can go up there taking camera shows, just the different paths and other types of things at the township, and to all of the people that we receive grant money for. Matter of fact, where I work is not the school. I email all of our teachers' schools. We have a lot of young teachers, and I told them about this, and they could use it during the summer, how to, request access and the times and all that stuff. Here's my question. So we put a lot of money into this in the last couple years,
Yes.
and it's amazing.
Mhm.
Like I said, you're forward thinking. What is the next thing that you're thinking about, adding out there that would be a big
What-
ticket?
Would be a big ticket item would be a pavilion that would be used year round, which means it would have windows. If you go up along the Lake Erie shoreline to the Metro Parks there, they have pavilions, but they have garage doors, but the garage doors are all glass, and during the wintertime, they roll them down, there's a heating unit inside. And so we could use a pavilion that would be year round instead of just the 3-4 months of the year that we're using them now, so.
And, okay, sounds like a good idea. How about other than that?
We would, disc golf has always been a big, conversation topic out there. Also the, dog park. Many of our dog walkers that come out to the park always asked about a dog park. There's a physical fitness training, area where they have 5 or 6 different pieces of equipment that somebody could come out and exercise there. That's something else that we're doing. I do have a Girl Scout right now looking at a possibility of turning around and putting in a small preschool playground area out there. That's one of the areas that we don't cover, is we don't have anything for really small children to play at. So she's thinking something about 12 by 24 feet, would backfill it with sand, and they would use things like little tykes, houses or things out there for them to use and play out there. We do need like sand or something somewhere because of the kids are always in the bocce court playing in the gravel there. We have to constantly refinish that surface for, bocce selling things. So, but that's a couple.
So the big ticket would be the pavilion.
Yes, that would be a big ticket item. And if I had my dream, I would be a nature center. So that that's thousands, more than thousands of dollars. So, but
And to me, that's something that has to be done in the community. It'd have to be a community
Oh,
fundraiser.
exactly,
There's no
absolutely,
yeah.
village or Poland
Right.
Township that could fund this, but like, it would be lovely to see,
yes, right.
And even like, where members of the community can gather, whether it's in the afternoon, just
Exactly,
an
right.
accessibility building,
Mhm.
Yeah, I love it, but again, it has to be a community fundraising effort.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, yes.
And it,
Yeah.
yeah. I like it.
Thanks, Ken.
Just to finish up the garlic mustard poll is ongoing right now. The Fox family bought a memorial tree for their family, and we planted that out at the park. And we're installing 2 raised garden beds at the Botanical Garden. Girl Scouts have a gardening badge that they want to do, and they're going to come out and plant their vegetables out there this summer at the park there to get their badge. And that's all I have this month for you.
Just to echo what Mr. Kempers was saying, I mean, I just remember when I came here 15 years ago, that was just a piece of land, and we got sled riding hills, cross country, pickleball. I mean, you done a great job, and the only thing we're missing is Mike Hay here.
Yeah, right, exactly.
He was our sugar daddy.
Right.
We needed him.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Oh yeah, at the top. All right, so Mr. Covell, you can pull that up. We see all the numbers. Bottom line is, what do we have to come up with
So the,
if we approve?
this is the engineering cost for it, which, is $6,800.
So this is for sidewalks into soccer, like the soccer area, because you get a lot of seniors, and they want to go watch their whatever grandchildren play, and it's all gravel. It's very hard to push a wheelchair. Sometimes it's hard to walk because it's, so this is just some sidewalks, some smooth paved areas going into the soccer fields. So this is what this is.
And this would be, all grant money. We have a $30,000 grant from Nature Works, and then we have 3 community grants, from Caslow, and the Community Foundation of Mahoning Valley has contributed, and the youth soccer plans to contribute as well. We have 2 bids out of the engineering that meet the engineering specs, and these are the bid sheets for that. And, again, we have to download and try and rotate that so you could see it. And so the one bid from PDC Contracting is for $36,525.
So we have more money than what they bid. Is that accurate?
That's accurate.
Does that include like the engineering fees?
So the engineering fees were 68 something, 68. Look, engineering, we can go back there, $6,800.
So, all right, so 40, all right, well, so it's enough, correct?
And then,
So what do we have to approve, just folk
well, I think probably
or and that company? What were the two bids?
yeah, we should approve folk.
Yeah.
And then, Suzanne also put in a bid, just so you know. I submitted,
Yep.
I went for 5 bids and I got two return the bid sheet.
These are apples to apples, correct?
Yeah, it's exactly the same bid sheet.
Excellent.
I can't see, what is that?
I'm
number
sorry.
there?
I
I'm
didn't
sorry,
get Mars that.
I just can't see.
I
the number.
apologize. Nobody could see it. And it's 47,112. It's the exact same bid sheet coming from folk.
Okay,
And the other, the PDC was how much?
36, was it? Did we say?
Just so we say the right amount, that's all.
Let me get back to it.
And soccer did commit $5,000, correct?
They,
Or is that
just a
yours? It's yours.
verbal commit. I don't know, did you mention anything at the park?
I sent Jerry a text message. Jerry didn't come to the park board meeting yesterday.
Oh, he wasn't there, okay.
So the verbal was given via email or just, hey, we're good for $5,000?
No, it was verbal,
It was just verbal. And that was to
from
you.
who?
from Soccer Association, Jerry Stair.
From Jerry?
Okay.
Jerry Stair said we're gonna do 5,000
To you.
Okay.
to me,
Okay. Just so publicly,
yeah.
get Jerry on
And
record.
so, I mean, with them, we're still,
Still
we
good,
have room in the budget just on grants.
just in case.
And no,
just in
so
case.
no cost to the township to do
Right.
this. And unless we come up with,
Something
with
up.
other expenses.
Thank you, I know you worked very
Yeah,
hard.
Fine.
on that,
thank
so
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and they're gonna be a big, user of this.
Yeah, they're gonna
Oh,
get
they're
the
gonna
most
be- they're
benefit.
gonna-
Well, the thing is, it's handicap accessible. That's what we wanted to do. Now, we have a plan, a second phase for this that we'd like to pursue, which is a pad in that gravel parking lot. An asphalt pad there,
Like I said.
or even concrete, and mark it, but obviously we would be way over budget for that.
Okay.
But we do have a plan, if we ever get the funding to do
Well,
that.
if you get out of the parking lot, you can get to the field, so.
All right, so we'll make that motion and that price again. We 6,800 was for folk, because
Yeah.
we have to do these separately, I'm assuming.
36,525.
36, let's say 37. Okay. And 6,800. Is that accurate?
That's accurate.
Okay.
Mark, when do you think they can do it?
Well, I'm gonna call him tomorrow, and I told him that it had to be done by July 1st. What do you think? It's a 3-4 day, 4-5 day job if they're straight on the job?
Might be a little more when you dig up for the downspouts and everything for the pavilion, and they'll lay that pipe first, so. But no, once they start laying concrete, they'll do it within a day or two.
Yeah.
All right, everybody good? So first thing we'll do is make a motion to approve folk to do the engineering for the handicap sidewalk at the park, not to exceed 6,800?
Second,
Roll call, Mr. Angaro,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet,
yes.
Mr. Kempers.
Yes.
And
I
then
do have one quick question. Are they reimbursable grants or are they gonna front this money?
It's reimbursable.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Just give us the money so I don't have to write a check.
Well, we have the 15 that'll come from the community, 5 and 5 from,
So
Yes,
but is
we
that?
are-
reimbur-
We already
reim-
have we don't have the soccer donation
Okay.
as of yet. We have 15, and then the, you know, the amount due then to, for the sidewalk work, the contractor will have to be, and they're gonna refund us the 29,867.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to approve PDC contracting to do the work on the handicap sidewalk at the park not to exceed 3,700,
Second.
37,000.
37,000.
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Angera,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet,
Yes.
and Mr. Kempers.
Yes.
Recycling. I know you're going to give an update, and I know we talked about this, but we did get bids on the parking lot because it is a mess. It's like Baghdad back there. And we did get bids, and we got through one hurdle. We got through the solid waste board. They approved us for $15,000. So PJ, when we talk about doing that parking lot, it's not going to cost us anything. But that 15,000 will be refundable. We'd have to pay it, and then
We have money in the recycling
Yeah,
fund.
he said-
That's all we could spend it on, so
Yep.
that one's fine.
so I think that was 30, and they were getting 15, so that was pretty much where it is. But they just said to hold off because it has to go through legal and the commissioners. Even though one of the commissioners is on the solid waste committee, they just said you never know. So we don't want to. But that parking lot should be done this summer as well. That's the plan, at least. Anything else, Mr. Covell from recycling?
No, we entertained bids for that, and, you know, next meeting, we could put those, we have 2 bids right now. We solicited 5 and got 2 back.
I think that's what we're getting.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you. No,
Every other company we talk to, they're way too busy right now to even give us a price.
It's all right. It came in where we wanted it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's good.
yeah.
Okay, Miss Magazine, zoning?
Okay, I have the April monthly zoning report for 2025. We had 3 new structures this month at a valuation of $631,825. Our fees collected were $4,433. We had 17 additions and improvements at a valuation of $263,466. The fees collected were $1,956. We had 4 miscellaneous sales permits at $20. We had 2 appeals, zoning appeals variances at $650, and no zone changes or amendments this month. We had 31 violations, and our monthly totals for our valuations were $895,291. Our total fees for everything collected was $7,059. Okay, can I add something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it's garage sale time, and everyone in the community that has a garage sale needs to get a garage sale permit. Because we're getting signs, garage sale permits, and, you know, there is rules on them, how many days you can have them, that we regulate that, that's why we do it, and how many times a year. So some people ask why we do it, I wanted to kind of put that out there.
How much are they?
$5, yeah. They're not much, and you could do it, we don't want people having garage sales every weekend, that's why you regulate them, because you would get some people doing it, and then the neighbors get very upset with it. So it's to try to keep the, you know, that to a minimum. And, you know, the signs are a big problem, they put the signs in the right of way, you can only put it on your property, that's it, that's really all, and I'm, every Monday, I have to go and pick up 1 million signs, and Friday too. So, I just wanted to put that out there. Another thing I wanted to put out there is there's a lot of people that write letters anonymously, violations to different things in their community, in their neighborhood, which is fine. We always take them and we always go and investigate it to the best that we can. But there are sometimes things that we can't do anything about. And if they don't want to sign their letter, I can't tell them why we don't take care of something, but they often get critical and think, you're not doing anything. I don't want people to think that. We check it out. If it's something we can address, we do. So I just kind of wanted to point those things out. But we've been very, very busy in our office.
Thank you.
So I kind of trying to just keep things going smoothly.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
This is busy season in zoning.
So busy.
Anything, Mr. Kempers?
Nope, thank you.
Ms. Wallet?
Okay.
Thank you. No grass complaints. That's
Well, I've got them.
Oh, hey, well, you're doing a good job just handling them because they're, even when they get to me, by the time I drive by the house, it's cut. So that's a tribute to you
Well,
and
we sent some out.
Tommy down there.
And they're gonna cross, I told them upstairs, in the office, I said, listen, if somebody calls, says, I don't know why you sent this to me, we sent it, we checked it before, it wasn't cut. So, no offense to people, it just has to be addressed, and neighbors are calling us, complaining, so,
Even down on Hamilton, you guys were on it quick.
yes,
They
thank you.
cleaned it
And
up.
we also have a meeting in 2 weeks, so I will be having more of those. I'm kind of glad we're having it that close, because there's some I couldn't get to. There's just a lot out there now.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
So road department, you could talk about what you've been up to and then we'll get into some of these.
Yeah. Well, we've been cutting grass in between the rain showers and jetting our pipes and, putting up, speed limit signs and road signs. People are just ripping them down left and right. It's getting that time of year, so we've been replacing a lot of signs.
Do you have any actual potholes anywhere?
Actually, the potholes we did have, they're already filled in right now.
Okay.
We have a couple of spots. We got a spot on Cliffview and Red Maple that we still have to get to in Southwind. It's on our, we have to actually cut them out. We're waiting till the streets get all swept and hopefully they pull some of that stuff out so we can keep moving forward with it.
Okay. And this is just for informational purposes if anybody watches this meeting, and we handled this very professionally, and this is a tribute to your department, Tom, with you and Lou, so got a phone call from a resident. I'm not going to use a name at Burgess, and there is a piece of property that is actually ours up there. It's right on the corner that has some trees down, and the problem is when you have 5 or 6 residents, like beauty's in the eyes of the beholder. Like one person's going to say, oh, I want this tree down, that tree down, this should be cut. So I know Mr. Kemper stopped there, and then finally Jerry, well, I don't want to use his name, but the guy who runs the HMO or whatever it's called, he's a point of contact. So anybody who lives up there, you start seeing trees come down, he's in charge. We got a price.
Actually, the main area we're getting cleaned up over there, it is two of our pipes are right there. That's the main reason we're getting it cleaned out.
Yep.
It is blocking our flow of water, so we have to do it.
Yep.
So,
And then I think even you said some of the residents that dump grass clippings are going to be getting warned on.
yes, we have talked to zoning about that.
Okay.
Do you now?
Right there.
Huh?
That-
That's actually our property.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But that's
There's
what they're doing,
grass
grass clippings?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna guess if that's all gone, they're gonna be less likely to put their grass clippings there.
Correct. So you should have a clear set of view, so.
That's a very important thing to state too, that, people that are dumping are causing a lot of problems in this community with water flow. It's everywhere. It
That's
really is a big problem. They need to stop dumping their grass clippings in all these ponds and everything.
That's why we wanted to get it public. Again, I don't know who watches but or reads, but at least we're saying it publicly that we do have one point of contact, and they did a good job kind of talking through what needed to be done for our safety and for the township and, for aesthetics too. It is a nice little area. So we'll make a motion to approve RRS Power LLC excavating tree service for the Burgess Run debris cleanup not to exceed $3,600.
Second.
Roll call, Ms. Strungaro,
Yes.
Mrs. Waller,
Yes.
Mr. Kempers.
Yes.
All right, Tom, this is new to me.
Well, I took Mark out, was about a month ago, showed him these projects that are coming up. I mean, there's some issues with pipes in, like, Knollwood, there's a fenced-in backyard where someone filled in their pipe with 5-gallon buckets, made a 5-gallon bucket pipe. So, like, that is, and it's in our right of way, but it's fenced in. So, like, we gotta figure out, we were talking about getting the engineer involved, and because we do have an easement back there, but it's fenced in and it's locked. We cannot get back there. And a lot of times that's right next to, guy, the catch basin keeps flooding. We had the catch basin fixed and the crossover fixed back there. Then it keeps filling up and we wonder why. Apparently these people filled in their catch basin in the backyard. We can't get to it. We run it every time it rains. It's just becoming a nuisance for us.
I'd recommend Durbin on that one.
So we gotta actually
like
get
some private
someone,
property.
engineer involved in that. Then, it's actually behind Diana is the other one, that Pueblo Way, going towards the sanitary station back there. We had it fixed before.
Yeah, we
Now,
did.
now it's a concrete pipe. It just keeps separating and it is so deep. We gotta get that contract
That's
out.
not that old though, is it? What we did?
Well, we only fixed the section.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. So it's just that time.
It's gonna keep moving. It's concrete pipe.
Okay.
So are these projects, are you talking like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands? Like, are these like OPWC projects or?
Well, the only one that could actually,
Well, we know.
Venlo would probably
No
be
problem.
able to be that. That's like this addition putting pipe in over there on Venlo. Because that's the Venlo thing, there's no pipe there, and we talked about going in 3 phases, we're like on phase 4 right now,
Yeah.
adding on there.
Venlo and Katahdin can be, they're within the road right away.
And that
Yeah, it
one's
could be
a
tax
bolt
money.
roll red brick catch basin that needs replaced, and it's deep.
So just to Mr. Covell's point, the tax money we get, and we just got a ruling even with the Canterbury, and we can talk about that next, but that money can be used, in the roadways, but not on private property, so. Like
Yeah,
that
that's
Knoll
like
Way would
that
probably
Knoll
be
would,
out,
yeah.
yeah, that would be an issue, but, and I
So
see,
that Pueblo Way, same thing, that's out.
so then Katahdin and Venlo would be taxpayer,
yeah.
tax money.
Yes.
Are you seeing any roads that need paved for 26, not 25, not this year?
Yeah, we talked about, doing those ones that they already did the water line on over there, like Edgewater, Renwick, Hamilton,
Yeah, there'd be.
10.
Because we need to,
I
that
was-
could potentially be 26.
We have, Mr. Toppy's doing the road
Did he
survey.
start?
He started, yeah.
Oh,
Good.
It should be done by next month, hopefully, and then we could get a look at that. That might help us to.
And he did our first one, so he should be pretty
Yeah, yeah.
familiar. He'll be pretty good. All right, I just have the question just because the lady, I talked to her for about a half hour. So cobblers, obviously, we know what it is. I mean, Canterbury is what it is.
Me and him went and got prices just to replace that one
Section.
sinkhole, yeah.
And she was fine with that. I mean, I
that-
told her it was a Band-Aid. It's not, but
Yeah,
it's pretty much like what you did over on Bedwell.
Yeah, we got at least 3 years out of it when we did that.
And she's having a wedding, so she was comfortable with like, hey, look, we're gonna wait around for a grant. Odds are they're gonna say no. We'll finish last, but we do got to take care of a hole in your backyard when you're having a wedding.
I don't know if the prices came in yet. We
No.
had 3 people,
Yeah.
Price it.
Four guys. Yeah.
4, but, price it out.
So what'd you do? Just cut that section, fill it, or?
Yes, 2 pieces of pipe. It was like 40 foot that we're
Okay.
planning on replacing.
20 foot each side, each
Yeah.
pipe.
So based on what you wrote down, Katahdin would be like your number one.
Number 1 to get done.
Okay.
Then Venlo, that's been an ongoing issue for years. But this Knollwood thing, it needs to be done. And I don't know how, it's just a 1 yard. It's like, because the other person next to him put the right pipe in, connected to them. So it would be us connecting there and
Which one did it right? Our friend or not our friend?
not, our friend.
He did it right.
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right. So, do you want to?
I'm just asking, would I should I go get prices on that? But do we have, because it's, I can't get in the backyard. It's fenced in. I don't know how we would have, be able to approach it. I mean, it's
My
chain link
suggestion,
fence with padlock on it. I have no access.
I'll just give my 2 cents. Get Durbin on that one. Get the prosecutor involved. Well, I'm not messing with people's backyards, because then you just cause them
Might need
problems.
legal involved.
Yeah,
That's what I'm asking. I mean,
Yep.
I know we have a right of way there. I sent it to him.
get Durbin, and then
Maintain.
Hano, Durbin, mess with them, let them deal with that one, and maybe get prices on Katahdin to see what it would cost to fix it, and then, because we could put in the county for that.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And
I was
then
just,
once we
I don't
get-
wanna, I just wanna know how to proceed with these.
I think Canterbury's, just my opinion, Canterbury's one, she got a hole in her backyard.
Yes.
And then you're saying Katahdin, so are you guys okay with that? Want another one, or not one, or? it's up to
Well,
the
if
board.
we're, Katahdin, well, Copper's one's coming out our money.
Well, yeah, but we,
But
like you said,
then
we have to do.
Katahdin is, we can get like money back for that, right?
County, that's county money, and then
Road sales tax.
Yeah.
Venlo could be county money too.
So you want to do?
I mean,
get it
I'm,
checked out?
should I
I mean,
be able to
see
get,
what the prices are before I commit.
So
I mean, I can get prices on all of these and hey, we can decide.
Okay, there you
Let's
go.
do that
All right.
But get Hano on and Durbin on the other one.
on Norwood.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. So that's done. Anything else for Tommy?
No, thanks for everything.
Thank you, T. Chief?
Thank you. Speed signs were deployed in April on Dobbins Road and Spittler Road. They are now down and, the road department put them up for us on Newcastle Road. So we have, both of them are on Newcastle Road, one by Coit and then the other one's by Bedford. Have a lot of complaints up there on Newcastle Road of speeding, so we figured, we'll just put them both up there on both sides of, the road. You will see an increased, police presence on Spittler Road. And the only reason for that is to attempt to slow down the traffic flow on Spittler Road. So obviously when we got the data from, our speed signs showed that we need to get over there and slow some people down. So we'll be up in that area a lot. If you live in that area, you'll see us. Patrolman Wolf and Sal, they started their OPATA training. Forcer Working Dog is providing that training to us, free of charge. And again, want to just thank and point out to everybody that Mike Simon donated $5,000 for the equipment in the back of the car and all future vet bills for Sal. So Mike Simon pays for all vet bills for Pogo and Sal. And Blackwood Farms donates the food for Pogo and Sal
Right.
too. So
Yes.
our canine unit essentially doesn't cost our residents anything. I did buy a ball for Sal the other day that cost, I think, $20. So, so again, they're doing great. Mark Peluso, he is the head trainer for Enforcer Working Dog, and he's just very impressed by Sal. He cannot believe, because he's used to working with Malinois and Shepherds, and he can't believe that a rescue dog that obviously has some kind of pit in him has a nose like Sal has. And I actually was out at the Canfield Fairground with them, I think it was Monday night, and they're doing really great, both of them. The new computer hub here in the government center is installed over the weekend. They went over and they cut the wire from our old system to our new system. We had some hiccups with our police report writing, but that's all fixed. So everything's in working condition on our new computer system inside the building. Installation of the cameras in the park has begun. Tactical protection has been in the park the last 2 days. The north end of the park, they put up the conduit and they put up the cameras. There isn't any electric to them yet, so they're not working. And then once the electric's installed in the shed, then they'll be able to complete the whole project out at the park. Let's see here. We'll talk about you want to talk about the Clarence R. Smith Wellness Center right now? Or you want
Yeah, because we got to allocate some funds anyway, but you can give a, brief overview and could all give our
So
thought 'cause we didn't
it
solve
was reported in the news in the last couple of weeks, that Poland Township's interested in donating to the Clarence R. Smith Mahoney Valley First Responders Wellness Center. It's a house that sits about 4 acres of property on Rock Road in Boardman. And essentially, it's going to be a wellness center for first responders, police, fire, EMS, dispatchers. They'll be able to go there. Aims to provide mental health support, stress management, and wellness initiatives. Again, it's all tailored towards the challenges of first responders. Boardman has donated $2,053. The county has donated $464,000. And again, they had asked for donations from any other law enforcement or any other government entity, and I believe we'll discuss that in a little bit if it gets approved or not for us to go ahead and donate. So talking about donations, I wanted to talk about, we received $2,700 from Hollywood Gaming. We had talked with them back last year because we needed a new tablet for one of our cruisers, and they did a fundraiser for us, and that was the amount that they were able to donate towards us. Jeff Simon, he donated $5,000, him and the Youngstown Foundation. As everybody knows, we took part in a range that's in Camel. Well, for 2 years, Camel and Boardman has been getting donations to put a pole barn type building down there, and Jeff wanted to donate $5,000 towards that building. So I gave that check to PJ. We also received a $5,000 donation and a $5,000 from Comcast and $1,000 from Aqua Ohio for our Safety Forces Appreciation Picnic. So we have $6,000 to go towards a picnic this year. And as Superintendent Hockenberry said, the last thing that I have to talk about is the SRO MOU that was signed. We had some great negotiations. Craig is a very gracious person, and he signed the MOU, which over the next 3 years will be roughly $150,000 more than what they have been paying in the past. We didn't include certain things in what they were paying us, and we looked at it, and it was only fair that some of the health insurance and retirement and things like that were added into the cost. So that's going to be a nice thing for us to get for the next 3 years. That's all I have.
The survey, did you talk about the survey?
Oh, survey, no. Thank you. So the survey, it's up. Mark has it up there. So we did it last week and this week. We received 3 responses back, but the 3 responses that we received back were really great. The one person wrote back, Patrolman McCray and Patrolman Jackson are always so friendly and professional. They are great assets to the Poland Township Police Department and know exactly how to handle all situations. Thank you for your service to your community. Another person wrote back, you guys have been amazing. So we've gotten really great feedback so far. And like I said, there's only 3 responses back, but again, that's what we want. We didn't want to just put it out there for anybody to be able to respond, because we didn't want to get those people that were just going to go ahead and just send us back stuff. So these are people that we're targeting that we take reports from, and then we send it to them. And this is what we've gotten back so far. And I'll keep you apprised of how it goes moving forward.
All right, we'll just jump right into this. So bottom line is, I'm on the Mental Health and Recovery Board, so this was kind of in the talks prior, but myself, we all went individually, myself, Ms. Walt, Mr. Kempers, we went and toured the facility. And really what it is, our board has always been extremely proactive. I mean, we were the first to get Narcan trained. We believe in this stuff. We are for mental health and addiction, recovery, and things of that nature. So when Chief called us, obviously you're looking for a township to say, hey, we're on board. And then it, kind of hopefully gets the can getting kicked down the road, and other townships will make it a little bit easier for everybody else. And I just saw him the other day at our banquet for the mental health board. He was extremely gracious. The amount of money isn't even taxpayer money. It's off the backs of big pharma and families like my own and others that have lost loved ones to this stuff. So it was our settlement. I think, what'd you say, PJ? We have about 13 grand in there.
Yep, 13,657.
And I know the paper kind of printed that. We get that every year. That's not accurate. That's been over the course of years,
Since it
correct?
started,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, we don't get anywhere near with Borman or Austin. They got hundreds of thousands. But I know we all went, and I'll just, we are in favor of doing this, and we just have to discuss amount. We got from 0 to 13. 10 sound reasonable?
My only question is this, because he had mentioned, because the opioid's very restrictive on what we
Yep.
could spend it on. Is this helping, if it's for first responders, they're not affected by is this for their well-being because they're addressing the opioid issue?
Yeah, that's.
So it's gonna
fine.
fall within that, that's what I wanna make sure of, that's all.
And
It's not for the public to go in because they're addicted,
No.
they need help or
No.
anything like that, okay.
so it's just for the officers. What's your take?
I think it's for,
Ms.
oh,
Wall?
sorry.
I think
Go
it's an amazing facility. I toured it. I mean, a lot of work needs to be done on it. But it's an unbelievable piece of property and done right. It's amazing.
Cappers?
100% behind it. And it's not just for police officers. From my understanding, it's for first responders from around maybe Mahoning. I've heard maybe 1 or 2 other counties.
Yeah, Trumbull. And I think the thing is, like, what we even brought up to them is, you're going to be dealing with, like, also their kids. So it's going to be, not just them. It's going to be their families, their kids, and everything else that may need, want to just go to a sanctuary and get some mental health help, opposed to walking in like you're walking in the doctor's office, because some people just want to be a little private.
And these are already present in bigger, cities like
Yeah.
Columbus has them but this would just be the first to this area.
What do you think? 10? I don't know. What do you guys put?
We have 13. Yeah.
Should we keep a little bit in there? Tanner?
I would,
Just
You would?
put
I would-
10 then,
yeah,
And then
so-
we can
Okay.
always give more.
And I think that they're in the process of creating the entity, so this isn't we're not gonna write a check tomorrow. I'm sure Chief could get with Chief Worth and figure out when that time will come, but at this time, our board would like to make a motion to allocate $10,000 to the Clarence Smith Wellness Center in Boardman.
A second,
Roll call, Mr. Ongaro,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet,
yes.
Mr. Kempers.
Yes.
Mr. Wallner, anything else for Chief?
No, I just want to, again, tomorrow is our police memorial ceremony at 10 a.m. right here. The public's invited to attend, so love to see you.
We also have the tablet on there.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, okay, the tablet. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, that's right, for the car. Okay, sorry about that. Make a motion to approve the purchase of the police cruiser tablet from Tactical Protection and Surveillance in the amount not to exceed $4,850.
Second, second,
Roll call, Mr. Ongaro,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet,
yes.
Mr. Kempers.
Yes.
Chief, just give a little update. Like, who were the two officers, our fallen?
Charles Yates and Richard Becker, 2 Pullman Township police officers that lost their lives in the line of duty. A lot of people don't know that, but unfortunately, we are one of the areas, around here that have had, officers. So, I think it's a really, really special event to have everybody come together and honor and remember these 2 heroes that basically, gave the ultimate sacrifice, protecting this community. And it's a little bit special. We have Chief Mazzolo that's coming in tomorrow, old chief of ours, and he's going to be our keynote speaker. He actually knew Charles Yates and Richard Becker, worked with, I believe he worked with Officer Becker, but he'll be able to give us a little bit of history on, what took place during those times. And, like I said, unfortunately, I'm excited to get everybody together and have this ceremony, so. It's gonna be really nice. Mission Barbecue, has offered to come in and they'll have some food after for, anybody who's attending, so.
What were the years of those officers fallen?
I'm not sure.
they in
off the
the
top of
It's
my
on
head.
the thing.
Eighties.
Right
Okay.
outside.
There is a memorial stone out there.
Anything else for Chief?
I have one just real quickly. So Chief and I communicated last night. I had a community member ask me last night about the legality of electric scooters. Matter of fact, I think I just saw a kid go across there right now with one because I didn't see him use his feet. And so of course he gets back to me right away, says that they're legal in Ohio, just that they should be 16 years old following traffic laws. Saw his wife today. She said, and she would know, she knows, but she said, no, these kids are more like 10 to 12 years old, cutting across 170, cutting in front of cars, those type of things. So I'm sure our police are aware, but maybe it'd be a little bit extra aware right now since school's getting out and kids are gonna be all over the place.
So you're right, and so with the scooters, there's a lot that goes into it. How, if they go less than 20 miles an hour, do they go more than 20 miles? Then you get into ages, you get into different restrictions. And then another issue that we get called a lot is the golf carts in the community. So we're seeing, excessive amount of scooters everywhere. We're seeing golf carts being driven everywhere. So one thing, just like the Spitler Road thing, I like to put it out there. Hey, look, we had our speed signs up there. That's why we purchased them. We know that, we need to slow down the flow of traffic because we also know that we need to, slow down these scooters. They're young kids. They don't know what the laws are. And so we will be out there and we will be educating people. I'll put it on Facebook in the near future, whoever's on our Facebook page, just let them know, like, look, we are going to start looking into this and trying to, make sure everybody's safe on our streets. So
So I
thank
have a
you.
question. Is a golf cart allowed on the street?
No.
Okay.
Nothing else for Chief?
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Mrs. Wallet?
I'm gonna go last because I do have something to say, so.
Good, yep.
Okay, I know this meeting's gone a little long, but I just want to take this moment to speak a bit about myself and about being a trustee. First and foremost, I am making a public announcement that I will not be seeking re-election in November. And the reason I'm making this public, it's very important to me that everyone in Poland knows that there will be a vacant seat come November, not just people that are in the know. So spread the word. And yes, I am aware that anyone can run for office at any time, but sometimes people don't feel comfortable. They know me, they know my husband, they know my kids. I'm taking that all off the table, okay? I want everyone to feel comfortable and run. It's all good, it's okay. I worked very hard to become a trustee. It wasn't handed to me. And I expect the next person that sits in my chair to work as hard or harder and earn the position, not just be appointed by brokering deals. This is a pick two election. Therefore, Mr. Kempers is also up for re-election. A trustee race is a nonpartisan race. Decisions that a trustee board makes are not made based on Democratic or Republican agendas. Your agenda is Poland, and that's it. Serving the residents of Poland. For me personally, if a trustee candidate runs their campaign and seeks money from either political party headquarters, you have lost my vote because you just don't get it. You're serving the residents of Poland. So what's the process? How do you become a trustee? So the first thing you would do, you would need to get some signature papers, which are available at the Board of Elections or online, and they need to be submitted back to the Board of Elections 90 days prior to the election, which in this case, it would be in August. And then there's also a filing fee. I think it's $35, I don't know. So anyone considering running, I'm giving everyone ample time. If you'd like more details about being a trustee, don't hesitate to reach out to me. To everyone here and to all the residents, I will work as hard the last 7.5 months as I did on month 1. So let's just keep moving forward and keep going, and it's all good. So spread the word. Be nice if there's 50 people running, right?
glad you ruined my day.
Oh.
Just want to thank you for that.
Okay, it's all good.
I'll call you on the phone.
It's all,
Sorry.
it's all good.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
Nope.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn at 7:15.
Second,
Roll call, Mr. Strongero.
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet.
yes.
Mr. Campers.
Yes.